Hey guys, just quickly before we get into today's rebuild, I'd just like to let you know that I have been nominated by Red Bull as one of the top 10 gaming YouTubers for the year of 2017. An awesome honor, but if you guys wouldn't mind leaving a vote for me on the poll, I will leave a link in the description. All you have to do is go to the poll, vote for me. It is free, you don't have to sign up for anything, just have to press JarradHD. So we'll leave a link in the top of the description. Thanks in advance. RB Leipzig, a club that is less than a decade old, but have already achieved so much. It has been forward momentum for the German club since day one, as they have climbed from the Oberliga, which is the German 4th tier, to the Bundesliga, obviously the top tier. They did this all within 6 seasons. Leipzig also shocked German football after finishing in 2nd position on the Bundesliga table during their first season after promotion. This meteoric rise to success, funded largely by the club's owner company, Red Bull, resulted in the Bulls qualifying for this season's Champions League. However, it seems as if Leipzig may actually be facing a tough time compared to what they've experienced over the club's short history, as they currently sit 5th on the Bundesliga table at the time of recording and have been humbled straight out of their Champions League group this season. So, due to popular demand, we will now attempt to steer the Leipzig ship back on track, all the way to the Champions League glory. G'day guys, how's it going? It is JarradHD here. Welcome to it's a little bit of a controversial video, because today we are rebuilding Leipzig. Now, you either love them or you hate them. So some of you guys might love this rebuild, some of you guys might be pissed off at me for doing it, but there was a lot of comments asking me to rebuild Leipzig, so we rebuild them today. But fellas, if you do go on to enjoy today's Red Bull Leipzig rebuild, make sure that you leave a like on the video, and also make sure that you scorpion kick that subscribe button down below if you are new around here. A big thank you to 150,000 subscribers. I do plan on releasing 150,000 subscriber special rebuild, so keep your eyes out for that over the coming days. For those of you who have not seen a rebuilding challenge video yet, here are the rules. So the main objective of this is to take a team to the Champions League final. We will be simulating every single game up until the Champions League final, which we will play ourselves. We can make whatever transfers we like. Realistic, unrealistic, it does not matter. There's a big focus on the transfer window, only showing players that we sign. And finally, don't get butthurt if I sell your favorite player. Let's get into the rebuild. So this is our starting 11 for Leipzig. Now, if you guys follow FIFA, I guess, and just the Bundesliga, you would know that Leipzig are a team of just incredible young players. I mean, Werner, Forsberg's decent, although he's not exactly young. Keita going to Liverpool in real life. Upamecano, Klosterman, Bruma. It is a really good side. So I want to let a lot of these players flourish at the club and stay here for the majority of the rebuild. But if I'm looking at improving anywhere this season, it has to be the goalkeeper spot. Then probably look to bring in a new centre-back that can grow with Upamecano, and maybe even bring in a new centre midfielder, because Campbell doesn't have that much more to grow. Great depth as well, a lot of young players in the reserves and the substitutes. It's going to be a really interesting rebuild. Very excited to see what we can do with this Leipzig team, so let's get into the transfers. Well, we kick off our Leipzig rebuild with a goalkeeper signing. Timo Horn, the man we wanted to sign, coming to the club here from Köln for £38 million. Alright, and a big defensive signing here, Aymeric Laporte. We've signed him a few times in rebuilds this year, but he is just so damn reliable, such a quality defender, and I'm pleasured to have him here at Leipzig. So welcome to Leipzig for £33.2 million, a quality price if I might add so myself. Aymeric Laporte. So, an unexpected move here on deadline day. I wasn't expecting to make this money, I'd make this move, but I thought we may as well. So, Emil Forsberg, the Swedish attacking midfielder, is moving to Spartak Moscow for £59.7 million. Alright, and we're going to make his replacement. Now, it's not an attacking midfielder, it is someone that's going to slot into the centre mid spot. And then we're going to put one of our other center midfielders into attacking midfielder. It is Casemiro from Real Madrid. The Brazilian joins us here at Leipzig for £45.9 million. A great deadline day signing. So a very active opening window here. £117 million spent. 59 acquired. We've brought in Tino Horn, we've brought in America Laporte, and we've brought in Casemiro. We've got rid of Forsberg. This is our starting 11. Very interested to see what type of season we have. Very interested to see how our players grow. But let's go and check out our Champions League group for Season 1. So this is our group for the opening Champions League campaign. It definitely is an interesting one, and it's one that I'm not so sure about. Benfica, Tottenham, and Besiktas. I definitely think we can qualify out of it, but there's also the potential for us to fall flat on our face and get knocked out in the group stages. Now, one thing you guys commented, or I saw a few people commenting on the Atletico Madrid rebuild, saying, oh, we don't like it when you start a career mode with a team that's already in the Champions League and you have the Champions League to play in Season 1. I can totally understand that, but for this sort of rebuild and for the Atletico Madrid rebuild, the overarching storyline was that the team failed miserably in the Champions League. So that's a little minor win in this first season. So hopefully you guys agree with what I'm saying. Let's go and check out how we finished this group in 3, 2, 1. Well, that didn't go to plan. We finished bottom of our Champions League group in Season 1. Only one win, 5 points. Spurs and Benfica go through to the knockout rounds. Well, at least now we just have to follow or focus on the Bundesliga. But just about halfway through the Bundesliga season, we're in an alright spot. 29 points, only 4 points away from top of the league, Hertha Berlin. Bayern equal with points on us, so definitely a lot of potential to finish in a Champions League spot for the end of Season 1. So anyways, we'll get into January now, see what we can do, and go from there. Well, we did absolutely nothing. We had such a limited amount of funds. I didn't want to make any pre-contract signings, and I didn't think anyone could improve our squad. So we're going to get to the end of Season number 1 here and see how we finish in the Bundesliga. Alright, so we end the Bundesliga season exactly where Leipzig sit right now on the table. 5th position. 60 points, I'll take it. I mean, we were pretty damn close to topping the league. 5 points between 1st and 5th, and then 2 points between 2nd and 5th. One win, we could have gone up to 2nd, so definitely not discouraging signs at all, but we won't be competing in the Champions League next season. Köln are going to be playing in the relegation playoff, and Augsburg and Stuttgart automatically relegated. Checking out the DFB Pokal, we were eliminated by the eventual champions Borussia Dortmund in the quarterfinals. Köln absolutely smashed St. Pauli in the relegation match, so we don't have to worry about them anymore. Well, we don't have to worry about them getting relegated. We still have to worry about them because they're in our goddamn league. Real Madrid did go on to beat Tottenham in the Champions League final. And Manchester United won the Europa League for the 2nd year in a row. So, I mean, Season 1, it was alright. I'm not overly disappointed about not qualifying for the Champions League because it means we can just focus on building up our squad and getting back there. I really don't know the timeline that I'm expecting to, anticipating we're going to go well in the rebuild, but we're going to focus on Season number 2. Let's get into it. We are going to kick off Season number 2 here at Leipzig with a player departure. Our former starting goalkeeper, Peter Gulaschi, is off to a Bundesliga rival in Schalke for £7.2 million. And a brand new left back joins the club. It is one of Twitter's #1 banter kings, Benjamin Mendy, joining us here at Red Bull Leipzig, or RB Leipzig, for £21.7 million. A massive signing here, someone that I've been meaning to sign in one of these rebuilds throughout December, finally got the chance to. Manuel Lanzini, the Argentine from West Ham United, joins us here at Leipzig for £33.9 million. So welcome to Leipzig, Manuel Lanzini. So it's been another quality window here. two very quality windows. It's more quality over quantity, as I often like to say. So Benjamin Mendy in, Manuel Lanzini in, two decent young Premier League players, and we've lost Gulashi, our former goalkeeper. So this is what our starting 11 looks like. Players are genuinely starting to grow like weapons, so I definitely think we need to be playing Champions League football in Season 3, but let's go check in halfway through. Alright, so on the 1st of January, this is where we are standing in the Bundesliga. We're in 5th place, where we finished last year. Again, it is so damn tight. Bayern are leading the league at the moment on 31 points, tied with Hertha Berlin, who have been absolutely killing it, but we're only 3 points behind them, so there's a lot of room to move 7th and 1st. There is so much room to move between the two. It's so hard to say, but it's so damn true. Looking at the drop zone, Freiburg not having a good start to the season. Cologne and Union Berlin also. It's really close down the, like, one half of the table is so close. The other half of it is so close. It's a weird season so far, but let's get into January and see if we can further improve this Leipzig team. Well, another January window has come and gone without any player departures or any player signings. Trust me, you guys know that I like to sign players in January, but we've used up all of our money both seasons in the opening window, and there was players that I was on the verge of letting go, but I was like, nah, let's let them go at the start of next season. So this is the squad we have to battle out the rest of Season 2 with. Definitely a quality one. I mean, having Casemiro and Keita as our two holding midfielders, both at 87, then Laporte, Horn, and Werner all at 86, that puts us in a great position for a top 4 finish. So we'll find that out at the end of the season. Let's go check. That is what you want to see, boys. We finish off season number 2 in 3rd position in the Bundesliga, and we are so close to taking down Bayern Munich and winning the Bundesliga. We are in striking distance. I mean, hopefully season 3 sees us turn the corner and just leapfrog Bayern Munich and win the Bundesliga. Also, can I make a comment on how poorly Berlin did in the second half of the season? They were equal first with Bayern 16 games into the season. Now they're 8th. Talk about a fall from grace. But we're playing Champions League next year. I think we can have a solid crack at it next year. It'll definitely be interesting. Union Berlin and Darmstadt got automatically relegated, whilst Freiburg have to play it off in the playoffs. Checking out the other tournaments, we did not do anything to we did not even make it to the last 16 of the DFB Pokal. Freiburg survive and they take down Ingolstadt 5-2 in the relegation match. Real Madrid beat Man City to win the Champions League, and AC Milan take down Lyon to win the Europa League. We got knocked out at the round of 16 by Bilbao, who made it to the semi-finals. So here is a look at our squad report, our first squad report seen after 2 seasons. This squad is developing a lot faster than I expected. I mean, there's a lot of young players in here that I was planning on using for the majority of the rebuild and having as our starting players when we kind of got to the peak of the rebuild. Players like Upamecano and Klosterman and players like this, but due to the fact by how fast our squad is developing, I might have to look at bringing in upgrades for them for the now, rather than expecting this to be a 5-6 season rebuild. This might turn into a 3-4 season rebuild, so definitely need to play that one by ear, but I'm very happy at the moment. So Season 2 was definitely a quality one. We've laid the foundations for a successful future here at Leipzig, so let's get into Season 3 and see what we can do. A monster signing to begin season number 3 here. We're going to be signing Lacazette from Arsenal for £63 million plus Yusuf Poulsen. Incredible. I am stoked about this. I did not expect to be signing someone like Lacazette. I expected to be signing someone younger, but we're at the point of the rebuild where we really have an opportunity to finish this a lot faster than initially expected. So we need our signings to map those intentions. So welcome to RB Leipzig, Alexandre Lacazette. A big player departure here as Kevin Campbell is making his way to another Bundesliga club here. He's off to Bayer Leverkusen for £25.8 million. And another player departure here, our backup goalkeeper, Yvonne Mavogo, is off to Udinese for £11.4 million. A massive deadline day signing here. Virgil van Dijk is going to join us at Leipzig for £36.6 million. It's kind of just clicked to me that a lot of the signings I've made have been Premier League players. But my god, we have turned this Leipzig squad around nice and quickly. Very excited to see what we can do this season. What a transfer window this has proven to be. Lacazette and Virgil van Dijk in, Campbell, Mavogo and Poulsen out. Our starting 11 is genuine Champions League winning contention side this season. I mean, Klosterman probably by far the lowest rated player in our team, but I'm sure he's going to be able to get to an 80, 81 rating this season. Lanzini might be able to get to an 86, 87. Bruma, 85, 86. It's just incredible. I am really surprised by how quickly this has gone through, how good we've been able to get in such a short amount of time, but I'm taken back slightly. But anyways, let's go and have a look at our Champions League group. So this is what our group looks like for the Champions League this season, and it's not too bad of a group, to be honest. Definitely think we can get through it. Sevilla, Zenit and Galatasaray should be quite interesting. Hopefully we can do strongly in it, but I just want to get to the knockout rounds and get some knockout round experience under our belt. So we're going to simulate to the end of the group stages in 3, 2, 1. We topped the group, baby. We have gotten through quite comfortably. Surprisingly, Sevilla put in a crap performance, and it's going to be us and Zenit St. Petersburg through to the knockout rounds. Let's have a look and see who we're taking on in the knockout rounds. Oh dear, Real Madrid, that is not what you want. We get tested from the get-go as we're going to be taking on Real Madrid in the Champions League round of 16. Oh dear. Alright, here we are, 16 games played out of 38 in the Bundesliga season, and this is a beautiful sight to see. Leipzig on top, 2 losses all season, 38 points, got a nice little gap, a nice little buffer between a lot of the other clubs. Let's just make sure we stay in this position. Also, look down to the bottom, I just noticed, Leverkusen in last. It would be quite weird to see a big club, or a relatively big club like them, get relegated. We had like £200,000 to work with, so yeah, we weren't going to be making any transfers this January window. I think this might be the first time in rebuild history where I've gone 3 January windows without a single transfer. I mean, I couldn't even make a decent pre-contract signing this off-season, or this January window, so a little bit disappointed by it, but we're going to go check out Real Madrid now in the Champions League last 16. Alright, so we have the away leg here to kick things off against Real Madrid at the Santiago Bernabeu. Come on lads, we've got a strong side. Can we put in a strong performance though? That is the question. We need away goals. They've got a good side as well. They've bought strong. They've still got Ronaldo, and that's not a good start at all. Keita does get red carded. So we're going to be missing him for the second leg as Cristiano Ronaldo makes it 1-0. Come on, fellas. Timo Werner gets us an away goal. With 10 men, we've got an equaliser, which I'm very happy to see. We're moving into the final minutes. That's not too bad of a performance, to be honest. 1-1 against Real Madrid with 10 men for most of the game. I'll cop it. Alright, time for the home leg now. We're at a massive disadvantage as Naby Keita is out, but we need to just keep a clean sheet. We keep a clean sheet, we go through, but it's easier said than done against this Real Madrid side. A goal for us early on would be a massive help, or radio silence would be fine by me. If it stays as a 0-0 draw, I would be nice and happy, but Toni Kroos gets them an away goal, which is definitely not what we needed. Bruma ties it up, Bale gets them in front. We need 2 goals now. Things are not looking good at all for us here. Oh dear, fellas. The dream is going to be over. 2-1 against Real Madrid. We're out, and we have to wait till season 4 now. Well, here we are. The end of the season. We choked it, fellas. We choked. We were in such a strong position headed into like halfway through the season, but we have fallen off a little bit. We dropped to second place, but most importantly, we still get to play Champions League football next season, which is all I'm ever worried about. Fair play to Hoffenheim, they end up winning the league. And Leverkusen ended up getting straight relegated. That is insane. I thought they would have crawled their way out of the relegation zone, like what happens so many times in rebuilds where big teams are in the drop zone at halfway through and then they just end up mid-table. Leverkusen have stayed in the relegation zone and have been relegated comfortably. They're getting relegated along with Hamburg, and Stuttgart is in the playoff match. Checking out the DFB Pokal, again, a pretty poor performance as we get eliminated in the round of 16. Stuttgart won the relegation match. They beat FC Union 4-1, so they survive and get to stay in the Bundesliga. Villarreal did go on to win the Champions League final, surprisingly. They won an all-Spanish affair against Atletico Madrid. And Manchester United won an all-English Europa League final 2-0 over Tottenham. So I mean, Season 3 on the signings front was very good. On the performance front, absolute dog shit. I thought we were going to win the Champions League, or at least reach the semi-finals or the final. But next season, a few more improvements. I think we are lock-ins to win the rebuild. I hope at least. Let's get into season number 4 with Leipzig. A massive signing to begin season 4 with here. Klosterman was taking way too long to develop for my liking, and I think if we want to challenge for the Champions League this year, we need to get someone that maps our intentions. So, Nilson Semedo from Juventus now, originally Barcelona, but obviously moves to Juventus, comes here to Leipzig for £54.6 million. So it's been a pretty dull window, just the one player in Semedo, and honestly, I'm happy with that. I mean, our team is borderline insane. Casemiro is now a 90, which I wasn't expecting. Horn's an 88. Our squad is balanced as hell. Our lowest rated players are Van Dijk and Mendy, and we have a crazy amount of backup. All players from our initial squad in our substitutes, which is perfect. That is what you want. And I mean, that's what I said earlier when I was saying how good the youth setup here is at Leipzig. These players in a few seasons are going to turn into absolute weapons, but at the moment they're going to be our reserves players. We've got a decent amount of backup there as well. I'm very happy with this team, so let's go and have a gander at our Champions League group for Season 4. So this is definitely quite an interesting group. It is us, obviously, Arsenal, Bilbao and Saint Etienne, and I've seen all three of these other clubs do pretty damn well in rebuilds throughout FIFA 18. I've seen them go deep in European competitions, some more than others, but I'm definitely a little bit wary about this group. I mean, I'm not super duper confident about it, so time will only tell, and let's see what time does tell as we simulate it right now. Okay, well, my fears and worries weren't exactly warranted as we go 4 wins, 2 draws and 0 losses in the Champions League. We absolutely kill it. Arsenal well behind us, Athletic Bilbao and Saint Etienne even behind us more. We're through to the knockout rounds, through to the round of 16 for a second straight year. Here's to hoping we don't get drawn up against Real Madrid again. And thankfully, we dodged that bullet to begin with as we take on PSV Eindhoven in the round of 16. So definitely a much more manageable task compared to Real Madrid last year, but still, we're going to have to be on our A game. We've got, how many games would it take us to get to the final? What's that? 2, 4, 6. 6 games to the final. We need 6 solid performances. And here we are on the 1st of January, and we are top of the Bundesliga again. But it's not as comfortable as recent seasons, or last season at least. Only 1 point clear of Mainz. Fair play to Mainz. That's a weird looking top 4. Bayern and Dortmund pretty far back, but we just need to make sure, again, if we don't win it this season, we need to make sure that we've qualified for the Champions League. You guys are probably going to think I'm full of shit, but I've done no transfers in January again. 4 seasons in a row with no business in January. I promise you guys, I don't need to do business. We have what? I think we got like 18 million, 19 million, probably turn it into about 20 million, whatever. we can't improve our squad for that much. Our starting 11 is loaded. If we can't manage to win the Champions League this season, then yeah, I'll make changes. I'll probably bring in a new striker. I'll probably bring in a new centre-back. I don't know what else I'll do, but we got good backup players. We got who are going to continue to grow, might I add, for the most part. We've got a killer starting 11. I mean, Casemiro's 91 rated. I just want to see how we can go with this squad. See if we can get it done with this starting 11. If not, we'll make according adjustments. But let's go and find out. Let's take on PSV. Alright, fellas, Champions League knockout round time. We got eliminated at this stage last season. Can we get through to the quarterfinals and hopefully beyond? Our squad's good enough. We need away goals. They've got good players here. They've got Ramsala, they've got Erdegaard, they've got Lozano. This isn't exactly going to be an easy challenge. Away goals. Come on, fellas. Let's get them. We're nearing half time and only thing that's happened is a yellow card for Benjamin Mendy. Don't tell me it's going to be one of those games where it's 0-0 and it's just no action at all. Come on, we need an away goal. It's not looking good. Only thing that's happening is yellow cards. They score in the 88th minute. Oh dear. Come on, fellas. A massive performance is needed. Let's not get eliminated in the round of 16 for the second time. We just need to put PSV to the sword, pick our shit up, and have a crack here in the second leg. An early goal would be awesome. Come on. Semedo gets us a goal in the 23rd minute. That is definitely what we needed, so it's all tied up now. But if PSV score, they're going to be in a massive advantage. Bruma makes it 2-0. Alright, we're 2-0 up. We're 3-0 up. 3-1 on aggregate. This is exactly what we needed here from the home leg. And fellas, we have pulled it back. I was genuinely concerned heading into this leg, but we defeat PSV Eindhoven 3-0, 3-1 on aggregate, and move to the quarterfinals. Okay, so a very good challenge now. In the Champions League quarterfinals, the side that we rebuilt yesterday, Atletico Madrid. This is going to be interesting. Let's go on. Let's not waste any more time. Let's see if we can get ourselves through to the Champions League semi-final. Alright, so it is leg number 2 coming on now. We are at home here now. 2 big exclusions for this game. Nelson Semedo is out through injury. He should maybe be back for leg 2. Hopefully the semi-finals if we manage to get there. And then Casemiro is out for this first leg through suspension. We get a goal. That was one thing I was worried about. I thought we might be at a big disadvantage. They have Mbappe, holy crap. And he scores. He would be like nearing the 90 overall at the moment, considering how far we are. But he gets another goal. Bruma makes it 2-0, which softens the blow a little bit. But they have 2 away goals. Lamea does get a red card, but we can't capitalize on it. 2 away goals for them is a little bit scary, but we are now having to score and having to get a win, I think, in leg 2. Alright, leg number 2 here. We travel away to Madrid. We need a big time result. We've got Semedo and Casemiro back into the starting 11. We need an away goal. We need to keep a clean sheet. We need to win this leg. A draw, we can't rest on a draw. Werner gets us an away goal. Let's get a second one. Let's eliminate their away goal advantage. A second away goal would be massive, but if it stays like this, I will be content. If they score though, they're in a great position. Somebody get us the second goal. There is 10 minutes to go. Lacazette! There it is! 2-0 up. They score in the 90th minute through Theo Walcott of all players, but we win the game 2-1. We're through to the semi-finals. Oh, my palms are sweaty. I was so nervous before that. And don't worry, guys. I'm not going to rap Eminem like I did in the past when I brought up the words palms are sweaty. It's a battle of the bank balances for the semi-finals here. It's the Etihad Group versus Red Bull for the Champions League semi-final. I'm sorry, it's Manchester City versus Red Bull Leipzig, but we're battling off for a spot in the Champions League final, and I know for a fact that Man City are going to have an insane team. Jesus would be nearing the 90 overall at the moment. De Bruyne would be high 80s, low 90s. Who knows if Aguero's still about and kicking for Man City in the career mode. I know Edison's probably going to be high 80s. They've probably bought in a crap ton of amazing players. But the other semi-final is AC Milan versus Barcelona. If we do make it, I know we haven't guaranteed ourselves a spot in the final by any means. But if in theory, I've already made the final and I get a choice out of AC Milan or Barcelona, I would love to verse AC Milan. We've versed Barcelona so many times, but let's stop worrying about who we verse in the final. Let's actually get ourselves there for the first time, eh? Let's do that, okay? That's a good idea, Jared. Barcelona, no, not Barcelona. Leipzig versus Man City, semi-finals. Let's do it. Okay, we got the home leg first up. You guys know my opinion on the home leg first. I'm not a big fan of it, but can we change my perception here? Can we keep a clean sheet and bang in some goals? I really hope so. They got Mustafi Christensen, two good career mode players. They got Asensio. They've got, I forgot about Sane. They've got Sane. They've got a bloody good side. Bruma gets us in the lead though. He's been here since day one. He started here and he's gotten us one goal here. I'd be happy for it to stay this way. A second goal for us would be perfect. That would be ideal. We get it, Lacazette. Yes. They're getting away goal. Damn it. Would have been nice to keep a clean sheet, but we're 2-1 up here. Headed into the second leg at the Etihad. Would have been brilliant to go in 2-0, but I'm still happy with the 2-1. Alright, time for the away leg here at the Etihad. What we need is a strong performance as my dog decides to go off in the background. That is what, you gotta love that, don't you? You gotta love that. But we need to put in a strong performance here. Keep a clean sheet, get some away goals, not getting any injuries or suspensions. That would be the dream scenario. I mean, it would be fine like to stay how it is right now. Smedo picks up a yellow card. I really hope that's not enough for a suspension. Lacazette comes off. Aguero comes on for them. They need goals. They do need goals here. They need if they get one goal, actually, they'll go through. Lanzini, though, in the 84th minute for us, gets us through to the Champions League final. A tense semi-final. But Red Bull Leipzig or RB Leipzig, whatever it is, we're through to the Champions League final. The wish I had has been granted. We're taking on AC Milan for the Champions League final here in Season 4. They must have won through away goals rule against Barcelona 3-all over their two legs. AC Milan have taken down Benfica, Villarreal and Barcelona, so a pretty difficult run to the final. I would say we've probably had a more difficult one with Atletico Madrid and Man City, but still pretty close. We both deserve to be there. Checking out the other tournaments, Liverpool did win the Europa League 2-1 over Roma. We miss out on, come on, we miss out on the Bundesliga title again. 1 point behind Bayern Munich. What a tight title race that was between us and Bayern. Us two clubs dominated the Bundesliga, but we were 1 point behind them. Far out. At least we're going to be playing Champions League next season, but would have been nice to win it this year. Checking out the relegation zone, Freiburg and St. Pauli do get relegated. Ingolstadt in the relegation playoff, and Hertha Berlin, they went from Bundesliga champions to almost relegated in a pretty close period of time. In the DFB Pokal, again, nowhere to be seen. We had a very bad video so far in the DFB Pokal, and the relegation match is yet to be played, so if we don't win tonight, I'll make sure I show you that. So here is a look at our squad report, hopefully for the final time before we get into this Champions League final. Can we keep the streak alive of winning at the first time of asking in the Champions League final? I really do hope so. I mean, maybe you guys are secretly praying that I get a loss so that I can break the streak, and low-key, I'm secretly praying that we get a loss so that you guys stop leaving comments accusing me of cheating and all this stuff. But our squad here at Leipzig is very strong. Very interested of seeing what the AC Milan starting 11 is like. Hopefully we can get the W. Screw what you guys say. I'm not cheating. I've showed you my sliders. Once again, I say it every rebuild now, but if you want to see the sliders I am using, I will link them in the description. But anyways, let's get in, see if we can keep the streak alive. Leipzig versus Milan. people love, they're a team that people hate. But can Leipzig be a team that has Champions League title next to their names? Let's find out. Here we go, see you out wide. This is beautiful passing play. Lanzini holding it up here. The Argentine goes. We're passing it around. I see the little overlap we got going on. Bruma, pace to burn. I'm going to take the shot. Tough angle. Hits it straight at Donnarumma, unfortunately. We do get the corner, though. I'm going to try out this little technique I've learned. Might not work now that the guys run forward, but we're going to put it in. Werner! Almost worked out. The guy that ran forward is usually the one I try to target with this type of set piece. Lingard, of all players, is in the Champions League final. We get it away through Mendy, former Manchester opponents, Manchester rivals. Look at the pace on Casemiro. The Hood can't keep up. We've put it in the middle here, though. Werner. Going to Bruma. Going here. We're just passing it around, looking for the opening. Not many runs happening. Okay, I see a run building up. Klosterman, not even meant to be in the final here. They've scored an own goal. That was going nowhere. I was thinking as I put that ball across the face of goals, why in the world did I do that? Who was it? Was that Çalhanoğlu that just slide tackled the ball into the back of the net? A terrible play gets rewarded through a terrible own goal. What a terrible game this has been. I want to look at this on the replay, but we're 1-0 up here. I'm not even hyped, and I can't tell who that is. I mean, if he didn't get contact with it, we would have had a tap-in. Who was it? It was Musacchio, a veteran defender, making a terrible mistake. Oh, we almost made a great tackle there. I don't want to put too much pressure on him with Laporte. Probably want him in the centre, but our defence is going nowhere. Lingard goes to Volland. Just clear it. Oh, they almost got an equaliser. Milan pushing forward. Volland going to Draxler. Blocked. They get the follow-up. Don't let them shoot it. Oh, that would have been really unlucky. They've really turned things up a notch here, AC Milan, since they conceded. Volland running through. Good stuff from Bruma. Casemiro going to Keita. Here we go. Lanzini needs to play a good ball to Lacazette, which he does. Lacazette holds it up. Lacazette, look at the space he has. I'm just going to have it. Lacazette! Oh, he hits the crossbar. Rattled the bloody crossbar. The AC Milan defense got so confused. Look at them. They didn't know which player to mark. We could have played that through to Bruma. What a goal that would have been. Volland, we're trying to pressure him with Casemiro. Good stuff from Mendy to intercept it. Casemiro did the hard yards, though. Werner, going to Lacazette. We need to get a big opportunity here. Lacazette loses it, but we're going to pounce on it. Get it out. Oh, it's going to fall straight here to Lacazette. Nice move. Laka, heavy touch, and it's a crucial tackle from Musacchio. That would have been just about 2-0 there. Klosterman puts it back post, running in. We can't get anything. We're all over them here. Werner on the angle. Jeez, this has been a domination. AC Milan have shown little signs of danger, but we've been over them for the most part. We're going to take the free kick quickly here because I see a play opening up out wide. Okay, this is coming together exactly how I wanted it to. Bruma cutting in. Plays it here. Lacazette turning the defense. Shoots it. Oh, come on, Laka. That would have been such a well-worked goal. Here we go, lads. We're just passing it around, looking for the opening. I see Keita. Naby Keita. There it is. What a goal. He is going to secure us the Champions League title here. Been here since day one. What a screamer. You just can't give us that much space. One thing, I keep harping on about it, but goals are so much easier to score once you take the lead in FIFA 18. I mean, look at that. What was their defense doing? The two players ran at us. We stand. I've spoken about that position before. That position, when you shoot from it, is almost a guarantee of finding the back of the net. I know my FIFA. I'm bloody good at this game now. I used to be crap at it. But we are 2-0 up here in the Champions League final. It's coming in here, Lanzini. Beautiful passing play, Casemiro. Oh shit, we got that pass off. Werner's still got it. You're kidding me. We're in on goals here. Lacazette squares it. Secure it, Bruma. Oh, he's offside. I don't know how we didn't even deserve to have that shot, to be honest. How did some of those balls come off? I thought for sure they were going to be intercepted. Would have been such a nice goal if we scored it. Should have had it with Lacazette right there. The idea was alright, though. Win that header. Good stuff. Here we go, boys. Do we have time for a third goal? The Champions League final is going to be ours. We've dominated it. Lacazette with the precision dribbling. Lays it off to Keita. Looking for the brace. He gets it. AC Milan have been probably the second easiest team We are versed in rebuild history. FIFA, EA, please add ultimate difficulty for us, because I am still dominating with sliders. I mean, what is number 5 doing? If that's Musashio, he has had a terrible game. Or Bonaventura, I think it was. AC Milan's defense has just been scrambled, and that's actually one thing I've noticed more since I put on cutsy sliders. The defense seems to be so much more sporadic. They seem to be staying so much more off us. I don't know why, but we are killing it. Final stages of the game, and there it is, fellas. That is the full-time whistle blown. RB Leipzig are champions of Europe. Another win here. We are on fire in FIFA 18. Oh, when is it going to be stopped, lads? Ultimate difficulty, we need you. But fellas, that is going to conclude today's episode, day 21 of our December rebuild challenge. If you guys are enjoying the challenge so far, make sure you leave a like on the video. Make sure you bloody scorpion kick that subscribe button down below if you are new around here. Check out my Instagram and my Twitter. But most importantly, fellas, I hope you have a fantastic day. It has been JarradHD here. Enjoy the title celebrations. I'm out. Peace.